This is a topic that I get asked about almost on a daily basis. Do I have a W-2 employee or do I have a 1099 independent contractor? And unfortunately, a lot of businesses think that they get to choose how they pay their workers, but that's not the case. The IRS is the one who determines the classification on how you pay your worker. Basically, there's two ways to pay a worker. One, you can treat them as an employee, where you would issue them a W-2 at the end of the year, or you could treat them as an independent contractor and give them a 1099 if they make more than $600 in 1 year. So what's the difference? There's three main areas that the IRS looks at to determine whether or not you have an independent contractor or an employee. And one is how much control do you have over that person? In other words, their behavior. So do you tell them when to come to work? Do you schedule their hours? Do you tell them they have to be at this place at this time? Are they using your tools or your materials or your computers or software? That's one of the areas that they're going to look at. Another area they're going to look at is, are you paying them any kind of benefits? How are you paying them? Are you paying them weekly, a flat amount weekly? Are you paying them when they turn in an invoice to you? Are you giving them benefits of any kind? That's another area they're going to look at. The other thing is, are you telling them when and how, like the method that they need to use? So are you saying, hey, I want you to go cut out this shape, but I want you to do it like this using this tool, and are you directing them every step of the way? So basically what it boils down to is, how much control do you have over them? If you're telling them when to come to work and when to do things and what time, and they're using their materials, then they are a W-2 employee. And a W-2 employee can mean somebody that just worked 1 day. They could have followed all of these rules and they were a W-2 employee and only worked for you 1 day, and that means you have to issue them a W-2, not a 1099. So those are the items that the IRS is going to look at to determine whether they should have been a W-2 or a 1099 employee. The downside also that people don't talk a lot about is that the IRS isn't the only one that is looking at this classification. It's also the state, and in my case, the state of Florida, when they are auditing for unemployment tax. They are looking at these rules to find out whether you should have paid somebody as an employee, or if correctly so, as a 1099 employee.